Hey guys, Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. It's Sunday night and I am here by myself, so I'm going to film this in selfie mode so everything looks reversed. That's why. It's the only way I know how to do this. No one here to hold the camera. But this bike I've been riding, I got a big smile on my face. It's just such a joy. This is a 1970 Honda CB100 Super Sports. This is a single cylinder 99cc 4-stroke with a 5-speed transmission. Has about 11.5 horsepower and it's good for 60 miles an hour. They're awesome commuter bikes. But the story about this bike, the gentleman who owned this bike previously called me up, wanted to sell it to the bike shop. And I said, well, we can buy the bike, no problem, but we're going to sell it and it'll be gone. And it needed restoration. It wasn't running. It had been sitting for probably 20 years. The gas tank was gummed up. It needed a full tune-up, the engine repainted, and a bunch of other stuff, probably about $1,500 worth of work it needed. And but I saw through the dust and the dirt and saw the original paint. I was like, you know, this thing could be a museum piece. If you donate it to the museum, I promise you, we'll never sell this bike. So this is a forever bike. This is going to be here after I'm dead and gone, after Junior is dead and gone. This is going to be here forever. And you never know when your number's up. I was just watching the Biker Build Off series on Discovery with Indian Larry, and you know, he died shortly after the video was made, and his buddy that was in the video with him during the Biker Build Off, Billy Lane, he actually got arrested and went to prison for killing somebody for DUI. So you never know how life's gonna change, but some things are constant, some things are forever. Brotherhood, motorcycling, loving your country, being a patriot, those values never change. This bike right here, hard work and the values surrounded by this bike are what really, the story behind this bike. Imagine being a 13-year-old kid and seeing your friends riding bikes around and deciding you want to get one, and working for 2 years, delivering the newspaper and buying this brand new candy gold Honda CB100 when he was 15 years old. Wasn't even old enough to ride it yet legally on the street. Then he got his license and he rode it for 8,000 miles and he rode it for 30 years. Then he parked it for the last 20 years, and you know, you could tell he was really attached to the bike. He didn't want to get rid of it. So I said, why don't we immortalize this bike? Why don't we put this in the museum? I'll restore it. I'll pay to restore it. You leave it here and we'll sign an agreement that it stays in the New England Motorcycle Museum forever. So that's what it is. It's staying here until all eternity. And this is what when I call it, we have several bikes here like that. Kenny's KZ900 over here. This was a donation by a benefactor of the museum. It needed to be restored. Actually hadn't run in a long time, so we restored this KZ900, and Junior's riding that at Daytona this year. This bike right here, this is the charity rides bike that a good friend of ours donated to the museum. This is a bike that is a forever bike at the museum. So it's just awesome to know that some of these bikes are going to be here for eternity. Anyways, don't flap my gums. You got to hear how this thing runs. It's just awesome. We'll take it for a little ride. Today's day 5 of the Ride 365, and I was out bombing around on this little 100 earlier. I wish there was somebody who was here to help me film this, but it's Sunday night, and everybody's at home with their families. Sorry for the bad film quality, but let's take this for a little bit. These are great running little bikes. Like I said, they'll do about 60 miles an hour on the top end, which means you can ride it on country roads. And if you had to, you can use it for daily transportation. They're very reliable. Single cylinder 4-strokes. Hondas are notorious for being extremely reliable, high quality electronics, and being trouble free. This one has 8,000 miles on it, and he told me he never had a problem with it. So we took it in the shop and we carefully restored it, leaving it 100% original. And it's the bike is now 50 years old as of July 1st. So, and we're taking good care of it here at the museum. It'll be in the same shape 50 years from now. So it's about 28 degrees out. Probably colder than that, actually. I know it's below freezing. I'm freezing my balls off. I didn't put a pair of gloves on, so I'm gonna pull back in here. It's a little too cold, but get the idea. The bikes are a lot of fun to ride. That's my good friend John Tylowski's bike right there. We haven't quite announced it yet, but my friend John Tylowski is a merchant marine, and he's got a lot of friends in the Marines and in the Navy, and we're going to be having an event here for veterans or active military personnel. So this summer we're going to have a big bash here. All 3 floors of the museum will be open, and the bike shop, and hopefully we'll have some more information on that soon. Day 5 of the Ride 365. Post in the comments what you did today. Did you ride your bike? Hopefully you got out. If not, did you at least get to wrench on it a little bit? Because the other category for the Ride 365 is the Motorcycles 365. You got to do something motorcycle related. Go to a bike shop, work on your bike, something. Just stay plugged in. Can't wait to spring. It's only about 55 days till Bike Week in Daytona. We're really looking forward to that. So back to the gold, to the candy gold CB100. Just a beautiful piece, and it is 100% original. The paint on the tanks and tins, the chrome's all original. The motor was repainted, and the whole thing's been mechanically restored by our staff here. If you have a bike you want to sell, one that's near and dear to your heart, and you'd consider bringing it to the museum, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Or if you have a collection of bikes you want to sell, we do sell bikes on consignment. We purchase bikes cash, outright, or if you want to do a consignment agreement for 20% of the sale value, we'll broker the bike off. There's also some fees with eBay, and doing the video and the photo shoot and writing the ad. We charge $275 for that. That includes the permanent placement of your bike's video on our YouTube channel. A video. If you wonder what that dummy is in the background, that's our martial arts dummy. We beat the crap out of that instead of hurting each other. So I actually ripped the shirt off it the other day. We're getting a little rowdy, but a little too much Red Bull that day. So in any event, that's Bob the dummy back there. So if you have a bike you want to sell, and you want to sell it on consignment, we'd be happy to take it. 20% is, we say it's a 20% fee, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get 20% more than you would on Craigslist, because we have a worldwide audience and over 8,000 items, motorcycle related items, and 2,000 motorcycles we sold in the last 5 years on eBay. So with 100% positive feedback. So people will buy bikes from all over the world from us with the comfort and knowledge. They're buying it from the Motorcycle Museum. My name's behind it. And when I say something is something, it is what it is. So it's a easiest way to do it. You don't have to worry about your bikes getting stolen by posting them on Craigslist and have some cretins come to your house, because Captain America here is protecting them, right? So, and we got a kick-ass $34,000 alarm system, and with the camera system, over $50,000 invested in the even the street view. If you drive by, we know you're here, so the whole property's covered, and we're well connected in the motorcycle industry. So your bikes are safe here, and we'll treat them right. If your bike doesn't run, we can also get it running. We have a full service shop here, so they're worth a lot more running than they're not. We charge $100 an hour for labor. If you're doing multiple bikes, we'll give you a 10% discount to $90. That is what it is. If you don't like it, find someone else who'll do it cheaper. Good luck, because it's hard to even find anybody in the motorcycle industry that'll work on the old carbureted bikes. We know how to do the gas tank restorations. We can do everything from, we have vendors that we can have tanks painted. We have an upholstery guy. We can lace wheels. We can do crank up rebuilds on motorcycles. So if you have a bike and it makes sense, I'll tell you, I'll know based on current market sales values what your bike is worth. So if you want to sell a bike or a collection of bikes, let us know. We can ship bikes anywhere in the country for about $500. If you want us to pick it up with our truck, there is a fee. We do have a 30-foot trailer, a 20-foot trailer, a 12-foot trailer, and 3 3-rail trailers. So we've got in a van and a flatbed, so we can haul a shitload of bikes. If you need a collection of bikes hauled, we'll work out a package that works for you. Figure Florida, $500, anywhere halfway up the coast, $300 or $400. If you're in the New York City area, figure if it's multiple bikes, New York's about $300 to ship a bike here, so don't worry about the shipping costs. If you want your bike sold, give us a call. We're the best in the business. Think about it. Are there any other dealers out there selling 600 plus vintage bikes a year. I don't think there are other than Meekum, and you've got to follow them around the country to be part of what they're doing. So anyways, enough of that. Say goodnight to the Candy Gold Honda CB100. I'm heading home to have dinner with Christy. We are working on our calendar of events for 2020. Stay tuned, that'll be out. I just picked up the calendars today from Staples. We're gonna plug everything in, and we'll see you at the next event. Good luck. Hope everybody has a great day. Keep riding. Post in the comments if you rode today. Day 5. God bless America.